US and Nigeria issue important joint statement as Trump threatens more military action. You are just threatening military action. Act. Do the needful. Stop telling us you are going to do this, you are going to do this. You are just threatening. Do the needful. The United States and Nigeria held their first joint working group sessions in Abuja on January 22, 2026, following Nigeria's designation as a country of particular concern. Both governments reaffirmed their commitment to protecting religious freedom and strengthening security for vulnerable communities, particularly Christians. The meeting concluded with an agreement to continue cooperation, with the next session scheduled to take place in the United States. The United States and Nigeria reported that they had held the first session of the US-Nigeria Joint Working Group in Abuja on Thursday, January 22, 2026. The meeting followed Nigeria's designation as a country of particular concern by US President Donald J. Trump under the International Religious Freedom Act. Officials stated that the working group was created to reduce violence against vulnerable populations, particularly Christian communities, and to ensure that all Nigerians could freely practice their faith without fear of intimidation from terrorists, separatists, bandits, criminal militias, or other violent actors. The Nigerian delegation was led by National Security Advisor Malam Nuhu Ribadu, and included representatives from 10 ministries and agencies. The United States delegation, made up of officials from 8 federal agencies, was led by the Under Secretary of State, Ms. Alison H. According to the joint statement posted on X on January 24, 2026, discussions covered a wide range of strategic issues with emphasis on enhancing cooperation to improve religious freedom and strengthen nationwide security. Both sides reaffirmed their long-standing relationship, which they said was anchored on shared values of pluralism, respect for the rule of law, and national sovereignty. The U.S. delegation welcomed Nigeria's briefing on the realignment of security resources to tackle insecurity, particularly in the north-central states. Both governments reiterated their commitment to upholding religious freedom and agreed on the need for sustained and coordinated actions to protect freedom of expression, peaceful assembly, and freedom of religion or belief for all citizens, in line with Nigeria's constitution. Participants emphasized the importance of protecting civilians, especially vulnerable Christians communities, and ensuring accountability for perpetrators of violence. Both sides also reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening counter-terrorism cooperation through enhanced operational collaboration, access to technology, and anti-money laundering measures, countering the financing of terrorism, and building law enforcement and investigative capacity. That's good. The U.S. delegation commended Nigeria for urgent steps taken to enhance security. Which urgent step did they take? For at-risk Christian communities and Nigerians of all faiths whose safety was threatened by violence and terrorism. Which step did they take? Which step? I don't understand. It was agreed that the next meeting of the working group will be held in the United States on a mutually agreed date to be arranged through diplomatic channels. The government of the United States of America and the Federal Republic of Nigeria held the inaugural meeting of the US-Nigerian Joint Working Group in Abuja on Thursday, January 22, 2026. The working group was established following the designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern by the US President Donald J. Trump under International Religious Freedom Act. Working in close partnership, the group aims to reduce violence against vulnerable population in Nigeria, particularly Christian communities, and to foster an environment in which all Nigerians can freely practice their faith without fear or intimidation from terrorists, separatists, bandits, criminal militias, or other violent actors, regardless of religious affiliation. The Nigerian delegation was led by the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, and comprised representatives from 10 ministries and agencies. The United States delegation, made up of officials from 8 federal agencies, was led by the Under Secretary of State, Ms. Alison H. Discussions during the session covered a broad range of strategic issues and challenges, with a focus on enhancing the cooperation to improve religious freedom and strengthen security nationwide. Both sides reaffirmed the long-standing relationship between the two countries, anchored on shared values of pluralism, respect for the rule of law, and national sovereignty. The US delegation welcomed Nigeria's briefing on the realignment of security resources to address insecurity, particularly in the north-central states. Both governments reiterated their strong and unwavering commitment to upholding religious freedom and agreed on the need to take sustained and coordinated actions to promote and protect freedom of expression, peaceful assembly, and freedom of religion or belief for all citizens in line with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Participants emphasized the importance of protecting civilians, especially members of vulnerable Christian communities, and ensuring accountability for perpetrators of violence. Both sides also reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening counter-terrorism cooperation through enhanced operational collaboration, access to technology, anti-money laundering measures, countering the financing of terrorism, and building law enforcement and investigative capacity. The US delegation commended Nigeria for its urgent steps to enhance security for at-risk Christians, communities, and Nigerians of all faiths whose safety is threatened by violence and terrorism. It was agreed that the next meeting of the working group will be held in the United States on a mutually agreed date to be arranged through diplomatic channels. Okay. Edegba says we need America and Israel. They should even stop threatening. They should just move and take initiative and take action. Emmanuel says Nigerian government should sit up or quit the stage. What is on ground is evidence of incompetence and systemic failure. Makahan says, but there is a great insecurity in southern Taraba in Takum local government. The Fulanis and Jokuns have been looting farms, and that is why there will be a gross shortage of food in southern Taraba this year. An example of the looting is the establishment of the yam market in Takum local government, what has never happened in the past and will never happen again, where there is the protection of Taraba State. Where is the protection of Taraba State government? Divine Justice said the National Security Advisor of the government is of Fulani tribe. The question is, will he have the willpower to fight his brother for where? Because Trump's threat is like an empty one at this point, really. Why is Nigeria lobbying? US should not work in Nigeria if they want to achieve results, I'm telling you. Jonathan once said that Boko Haram is in Aso Rock, and it seems they've not left to where before. They are there. They are the ones making decisions. See the likes of Gumi, the way he comes outside and talk like as if he's our president, and then they're not doing anything about it. Man, you should know that yes, there's a serious problem. Serious problem. Emmanuel says incompatible marriage. US should watch out for saboteurs from Nigeria, polluted, military, integrated, repented terrorists, refers. I'm telling you. And this one, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.